let's talk about a brand new game that is coming out in a couple weeks called Mindseye, which dropped a brand new trailer, and it received a lot of negativity. And this trailer, let's go ahead and pull this up, because I think it looks absolutely cool. Like, it's an open world video game. Again, this is releasing next month, but it looks very intriguing. I think the gameplay looks really cool. The storytelling looks super deep, and the gameplay looks kind of fun. Like, it looks like everything we've expected from an open world third person video game. Plus, this game is only $59.99. In the world of like $100 video games, I think that, like, for a $60 video game, yeah, I'll definitely check this one out. But it's interesting because Mindseye, basically this video game that we're seeing right here, is being developed by IO Interactive and developer Build a Rocket Boy. You'll play as Jacob as he fights to uncover his truth in a world where AI, high-tech experiments, and unchecked military power shapes every encounter. And what starts as a personal quest quickly becomes a mission critical to all of humanity's survival as sentient robots rise, propelled by human greed. Which, again, sounds like a really cool story. The gameplay looks really cool. Definitely worth checking out. And another big W here is that Mindseye's game director is a former Rockstar employee. In fact, it's the former creator of Grand Theft Auto, Leslie Benzies. So obviously you got a lot of, like, prestige behind this game. And the gameplay, again, from this trailer looks really dope, but there is a lot of negativity surrounding this game. Some of the comments here are like, this looks like the game that people would be playing on a TV show, right? On a TV show, if you've ever seen, like, they can't play Rocket League. They have to play like a vehicular soccer game because they don't want to pay the licensing out to Psyonix. They can't play Grand Theft Auto because they have to pay out the licensing. And this looks like a game that was made to be played in a movie, not to be played in real life. And the negative comments here have gotten so intense that people are like, this looks like a fake game. This looks like a mobile game ad that doesn't exist. And it's gotten to the point where the game's co-CEO, Mark Gerhardis, basically came out and he's saying that all of this negativity is being a part of concerted effort to trash the game by a studio not to be mentioned who is using spam bots and negative comments. Which, when I heard this, at first I was like, Jesus, man. Like, what a weird time in the world of gaming we live in. Because it's hard to determine what's real or what's not. Like, the people who come in the comment section and they say things about our videos or say things about the shorts, every time I read those, I'm like, is this a real person or is this not? That's not healthy. That's not a healthy mindset to be like, are these people real? Am I dealing with real people? Are real people upset with me? Or is this just someone who paid a bot and just had a bot go out to smear things? Because also, like, at random times, like 2 a.m. in the morning here in the States, I'll get a comment and be like, Nintendo sucks. And I'm like, okay, that's a weird energy to be putting out at 2 a.m., but, you know, be happy. Is that person a bot or are they real? Because it is very easy to go out and buy bots to help promote this channel and to help spread this channel and get positive likes and get shares and views and comments. I can do all of that. But then on the flip side, you can also start negative campaigns on the internet to do dislike campaigns. And personally, I feel like we've already seen this happen, because when we saw the launch of Assassin's Creed Shadows, I 100% believed that all of the negativity we saw was a campaign built by bots. And whether those bots were sent out to basically like dislike a video or to review bomb it or to put negative comments on the video, and then they basically took those bots to promote creators and content creators and other people out there that are saying similar negative things about the thing to make it feel like there's this entire army of people that are just pissed off at this video game. And then all that negativity builds up and the game came out and it was positive. Everybody was like, man, this game's actually really good. And it was just so bizarre. So to hear this CEO be like, yeah, there's a concerted effort to ruin this game, I'm like, okay, maybe that's a possibility. We saw it with Assassin's Creed Shadow. It's not hard to believe that we're seeing this now, but it's also interesting because we now live in a world where you can bend the reality to fit whatever narrative you want, right? Like, I can look at someone saying like, your show sucks and be like, I agree. Or I can be like, that's a bot. That's a bot. Obviously, nobody thinks this show sucks. This is the greatest show of all time. You're fake news. I'm not fake news. And I can accuse any negativity or criticism as being a AI bot army coming against me and that those aren't real people. That's the weird twilight zone that we now live in. It's just like, is the internet even real? Are the comments real? In fact, if you're watching this and you're real, put hashtag real in the comment section. That way I know it. And even then, I won't know what's real because Jimmy Johns could basically come in there and buy like 20 bots on a website to comment on this video and put hashtag real. And then I don't know who's real. So I'm making this video in my garage feeling like a crazy person talking about whether or not real people are watching this show. So yes, Mindseye, the co-creator, does have an argument. He does have the ability to prove that this is possible. Do I think Rockstar is doing that? No. Do I think Rockstar's got bigger problems and bigger concerns right now? I think they're more focused on launching their own game than to like sink the potential of Mindseye. But, and again, when you look at the negative comments here, it's not like it's like unwarranted, because the negative comments I was able to find about Mindseye was like during the preview of when creators were brought in to check out the game, that preview was filled with bugs. Now, granted, bugs can be patched out, right? Day one patch takes care of all the bugs, but you would think you're bringing in all these creators to check out the game firsthand, and then it's buggy. Like, you figure you'd like work all that out before all the creators came. The game's story is only 15 hours long, which again, I am a fan of short games. I don't like spending 80 to 90 hours of my life. I'm a dad of 2 kids. I've got a wife. I've got a job. I've got a show here. Any game that I can beat in one sitting, I'm like, oh, thank God. I've achieved something in my life, and I don't have a backlog of like half-completed video games. Other creators have said that the driving in the game feels stiff. The combat feels fine. It doesn't feel great. And the enemy encounters feel like they lack depth. In fact, some previewers came out of that event, and they're like, oh, this game 100% is going to be delayed. It's not going to be delayed. So when you look at those negative comments, it's like, okay, well, that's not really like a negative ad campaign going against you, that people are saying this. If these are people who truly went to this preview event and they are criticizing your game, that's where as a creator, you have to look within and be like, okay, maybe I did something wrong. You know these are real people. You know they came to your game. You know they tried it out firsthand. And to say that like, oh, they're criticizing us, they're being paid by GTA or they're being paid by Rockstar, it's just it's a little wild of a theory to have there. But again, I think that what's interesting about Mindseye is, number one, the game looks cool, right? I definitely will check this one out when it launches. But the big selling factor is the community creation suite. The dev showed off in this trailer that they're going to be providing a bunch of resources similar to like Grand Theft Auto 5 Online and Roblox and Minecraft and even Crata back in the day, in hopes of having user-generated content being added to the game. So I feel like that at least addresses the concerns of like a 15-hour story, is that, well, this is kind of a metaverse video game where you can go in and build your own levels, you can build your own missions. And that, to me, if the community embraces it and you're able to build a community who's like putting in really cool content, yeah, that has a lot of potential there, because you got driving in the game, you got shooting, you got missions, and you got limitless possibilities of what people are going to create. Chances are people are going to be creating like a paintball game. You'll probably have like Floor is Lava, all the other ones that always come with these games when they launch. But again, I'm kind of split. You know, I understand people's criticisms when it comes to video games, but I also just, it's weird, because I feel like we're in such a weird time in gaming where people are rewarded to be negative about a video game, right? Mindseye, it looks cool. It looks like it's a fun game. It's a creator who's coming from the world of Grand Theft Auto, coming out with their version of their own game that's futuristic. At one point, there was like a drone robot in the background that was like a drone hologram. It looks really cool. It looks like an awesome world to explore, but to say that, you get criticized because you're like, oh, how dare you? How much did they pay you? It's like, no one's paying me. I'm making $100 a month here on YouTube to produce this show. Nobody's paying me to say anything nice about video games. No one's paying me to say anything negative about video games. So it's weird that that's where everyone immediately goes to. It's just like, oh, if someone disagrees with me, they're being paid to be against me. It's like, well, nope, that's not happening, because you're not paying me to be positive about Mindseye. I think it's a cool concept, but at the same time, if you'd like to pay me, hey, I'll send you my Venmo and we'll get that taken care of. But that was a joke to anyone in the comment section who's like, I told you he could be bought out. He's not real. Yeah, whatever. You know, I don't know. There's definitely some rust on the show. This has been it was a good 2 weeks off, but coming into the studio this week, I feel a little rusty going into this. But anyway, Mindseye has a current release date of June 10th. The game looks super intriguing. I'm curious to see if the game gets delayed or if they add more polish or if they do release it. I, for one, will probably check it out when it launches. Sound off in the comment section down below your thoughts. Do you think the concerns are legitimate? Do you think that people are weaponizing the powers of social media to run negative ad campaigns against developers? Sound off down below. And if